Welcome to Emotions and Stories. When you move to a new city, you expect all kinds of excitement. But what if the excitement comes in the middle of the night? Let's begin our today's story, The Ghost in the Cupboard. They told her the hostel was old. Creaky floors, leaky taps, flickering lights. But Nisha didn't care. She was just here for a short winter internship in Shimla. All she needed was a bed, a desk, and a working Wi Fi. She didn't believe in ghost stories anyway. When she checked in, the warden handed her the keys to room number 9. And while handing it over, she said something very odd. If you hear a knock at night, don't open the door. Nisha laughed awkwardly. Why? Does the ghost come with room service? The warden didn't smile back. Her room was simple, 2 beds, one cupboard, and a window overlooking the pine trees. No roommate yet, no noise, just silence. Until 2:03 a.m. Nisha woke up, heart thudding. The room was cold and very still. Then she heard it. Knock, knock, knock. From the almirah. She stared at it, her breath caught. It knocked again. Slower, almost like it was waiting for her. With trembling fingers, she opened it. But there was nothing inside. But on the back panel, scratched in dull grey lines, were the words, "I'm still here." The next morning, she told herself it was just the wind or her imagination. Still, she wasn't sleeping easy. That night, she placed her phone on the table and hit record. She wanted proof. The next morning, she checked the audio. Everything sounded normal until 2:03 a.m. A whisper, faint and broken. Nisha, she never left. And then static. The audio glitched, the phone died, and her room ice cold. No open windows, no explanation. She told the warden again. This time, the woman just stared at her and said, "You're the third girl in room number 9 this year. The other two left without saying a word." By the third night, Nisha had stopped pretending everything was fine. She couldn't sleep. Every creak in the wood made her jump. Every shadow looked like it was moving. At exactly 2 a.m., the power went out. Of course, she lit a candle and sat frozen on her bed, eyes locked on the cupboard. 2:01, 2:02, 2:03. The door creaked open. But not the cupboard, the main door. A figure stepped in, hair covering the face, pale feet dragging across the floor, wearing a long white kurta stained at the ends. The air turned heavy, the candle flickered, and the figure just whispered right near her ear, "She's in the cupboard." Nisha finally screamed loudly. She ran out into the hallway, breathless, panicking, ready to cry. And then the corridor lights switched on, and there was laughter all around. She turned, and her roommate stepped out, holding a camera. 3 other girls popped out from around the corner, recording on their phones, barely able to contain their laughter. "Welcome to room number 9. It's a hostel tradition. Everyone gets a midnight test." Nisha blinked, shocked, furious, and then she also burst out laughing. They showed her everything: the audio edits, the chalk scratch words, the remote controlled cupboard knock, the warden's rehearsed line, all of it. Turns out the only thing haunted about room number 9 was the imagination of a bunch of bored girls with too much time on their hand. So, the next time you hear a whisper in the dark, before you run screaming, just check if someone is hiding behind the cupboard holding a phone. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Do let us know in the comments what you think about it. Thank you.